Born Again's a very, very odd album because it is one of the few albums that is not in the three big eras of Black Sabbath, the Ozzy era, the Dio era, or the Martin era. I said they had two different vocalists on two albums. One of them Born Again, the other Seven Star. Now, Seven Star sometimes isn't really considered a Black Sabbath album. However, Tony Iommi considers this canon with the Black Sabbath discography. Now, what makes this album so weird? Well, it's pretty much divided amongst the fan base. Especially back in the day, everyone hated this fucking album. This one has a lot of people that in the future began to love this fucking album. Ozzy said this was the best Black Sabbath album since he was in the band. And Martin Popoff, who is a huge Sabbath, Ozzy, and Dio fanatic, says that this is one of his favorite Black Sabbath albums. And a lot of fans, especially that have listened to a lot of their albums, or pretty much their whole discography, will say that Born Again is one of their best albums, and that's so great. Now, why do people hate it? Now, there's some weird things about this album, and most of the reasons people hate this album, I do agree with. This album came out in, I believe, 83, and the artwork is trash for the most part. It's from some sort of doctor's manual thing with this baby, and they just painted it red, gave it a weird blue background. I hate the artwork. I think it would have made more sense to do some sort of Stonehenge theme. And for the tour of this album, they pretty much copied Spinal Tap by building this giant Stonehenge thing. But the thing is, in that movie, I believe Stonehenge is too small. And with this, they fucked up because they gave them the height in meters and they did it in inches, or centimeters and they did it in inches. So the Stonehenge was so big they couldn't even fit it on the stage, so they had to use only pieces of it. Ian Gill. Another thing with the live show is that Ian Gillan would have to read off like a note sheet thing. When there would be smoke, he couldn't read anything. Another reason is Ian Gillan. Now, a lot of people say that's the strong thing of the album, is that it's a fusion of Deep Purple and Black Sabbath, and that Ian Gillan's a great vocalist. However, people like myself are not a big fan of Ian Gillan's voice, especially on this album. I believe it does not fit with Black Sabbath. It just sounds odd, and he goes through these incredible high notes, but then drags out notes in a weird whiny sound. It's really bizarre. And maybe the biggest problem people have with this album, aside for if they want to say the music's trash, is the production is absolute fucking garbage. It sounds extremely, extremely trebly and has no balls to it. It sounds so staticky and not vibrant at all. It's almost as if they reduced the digital quality of it 10 times and never mixed it or anything. It honestly sounds like a demo. Now, Ian Gillan is on this album from Deep Purple, obviously. Now, how did they get him in here? This is a weird thing because it's like they're tying the Masters of Reality again. Richie Blackmore, who worked with Ian Gillan in Deep Purple, is now coming full circle to join Black Sabbath. It's like all these bands are fucking connected. It's weird. But Tony Iommi convinced Ian Gillan to join his band when they were both drunk at a bar one time. And he's like, fuck yeah, man, I'll join your band. And then he forgot he did because he was just so drunk. Now, when this album came out, a lot of fans thought that Black Sabbath should just hang it up. Because like I said, a lot of people absolutely hated this album. And it didn't have Dio or Ozzy, and Ian Gillan just didn't fit, and he left after this album anyway, so. But enough of my insane rambling. Let's get into the album, and by the way, the lineup is the same as the classic era Black Sabbath. Geezer, Bill, and Iommi with Ian Gillan on vocals. So the first song is Trash, but I actually really like this song. At first I hated it because Ian Gillan's vocals are extremely whiny on it, especially after the chugging lyrics. He goes meet me, man. It's about getting really drunk and really, really kick-ass, almost thrashy number. I really, really do enjoy this one, but it could have been a bit better in my opinion. It's probably one of the better songs off the album, sadly, but it's still pretty damn good, 4.5 out of 5. It does have a nice solo, but I hate the parts where Ian Gillan says, but there was no tequila, and then he says it twice, but then there's no tequila. Then we get to Stonehenge, which is a weird little bassy song. It's okay, 3 out of 5. Then we get to one of the awesomest songs of the album, probably the awesomest song, Disturbing the Priest, which is based on when they were practicing for this album. A priest from some sort of church nearby who was working with these choirs and stuff came over and was like, can you guys turn that shit down? It's super loud. So they did, but then they thought, let's write a song about pissing off a priest and evil and shit. So they made Disturbing the Priest, and the thing that's interesting about this song is that Ian Gillan screams throughout almost the entire thing. He literally just does these fucking evil screams where he screams then does this sounds very, very evil. However, One of my only gripes with the song is the horrible, horrible whiny vocals he does during the verses. And I love the bridge part. It's very, very cool, and the lyrics are really cool. Contradiction, crucifixion, love that shit. But I hate the part where he says, and plant my seed, and then he just drags out the note like a weird bluesy sort of thing. It's like everything he sings that's good, he has to like wreck it seconds later. It just annoys the shit out of me. But a pretty great fucking song, let me tell you. 5 out of 5. It is heavy as all hell. Then we get to The Dark, which is just a quick bassy thing again. Not as good as Stonehenge, so 2.5 out of 5. It's very pointless. Then we get to my least favorite song on the album, Zero the Hero. A lot of people love this song and say it's the best song off the album, and apparently this song was ripped off by another very famous song that was Paradise City. Now let me tell you, Paradise City in my opinion is a better song than this. This is almost like a very slow, doomy version of that. I like it at first, and I like the beginning riffs. I think that, like the Paradise City riff's cool and all. And I love like the crazy high note whammy bar things that Iommi does, and the cool keyboard melodies are great. But boy oh boy does it get ruined when Ian Gillan's voice kicks in. The verse sounds very, very awkward, and the vocal melodies are irritating. They don't blend with the music at all. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Oh, I hate that chorus. It's so annoying. What do you want to be? What do you want to be, brother? Zero the hero. The lyrics are stupid as fuck. I don't get why people like this song. What do you want to be? What you want to be, brother? Zero the hero. It sounds like a rap song. However, I do like the riff during that part, but God, I just hate the weird way he drags out these notes and shit. And the song's way too long, in my opinion, as well. I give this one a 2 out of 5. I really, really hate this song. Then we get to Digital Bitch, which is a pretty weird song. I'd like to believe that this song's about Sharon Osbourne, because the song's about a really rich girl that loves computers or something. That's really weird, but like I said, I love to believe it's Sharon Osbourne because she's a bitch. It's very, very heavy, and I really like the song. It's super fast. The riff is catchy as hell, and even though the lyrics are a little weird, I do like the melodies in the chorus, believe it or not. It's odd like Zero the Hero, but for some reason it works here in my opinion. I really do enjoy this song. Another 4.5 out of 5. It's a pretty nice song. Then we have a ballad, Born Again. It's really cool, and it does sound very, very, very melodic and creepy in a way. The bass and the guitar just blends perfectly together. I think the shitty quality really helps with this song. It makes every other song sound horrible, but here it sounds very, very, very personal and like they're playing with you in like your basement or something. And I actually do think Ian Gillan sings really nice on this song. I give this one a 4.5 out of 5. Another really good song. Then we get to Hotline, which has a nice riff, but it could have been a little bit better. It's a little half-baked, and the riff doesn't really seem that original. I believe there's also another song that they claim ripped them off, but there's a lot of songs that have the same sort of riff. It's not that original. It's sort of like an old rocky rolly riff, but it's well executed pretty much. And I do like the way that Ian Gillan sings his high, crazy vocals in this one, so 4 out of 5. Then we have Keep It Warm. This song is very slow paced. I like a lot of parts of it, especially like the verses and stuff. I think the riffs are really nice, but boy oh boy does that chorus annoy the living fuck out of me. It's like the melodies don't even know where they're going. We have like a nice melody at the beginning that it just like literally stops. The pretty part, I hate that so fucking much. And the way he says keep it warm is just so annoying. Ian Gillan's doing that weird annoying bluesy vibrato thing with his voice, but trying to sing like poppy and like classic rocky and all melodically at the same time. It just sounds really off. Solo's nice, so it seems like a lot of the instrumentation's good, but the melodies, the vocal melodies are absolutely fucked. This one's a 3 out of 5. An album I'm not a huge fan of. I do think it's a bit overrated actually, even though a lot claim it's underrated. I'm gonna give Born Again